Well, I thought I was going to sneak a bike ride in today, but thunderstorms. It's already rained here a little bit, and there's black sky coming this way again. So I'm not going to take off in the rain. So much for the weather app, which stated there was like a 6% chance of rain today. But the temperatures are really hot in Ohio right now, real muggy. And with that kind of weather, these storms just pop up out of nowhere. So, bike will just sit to find something else to do. The weather's kind of been on and off this week, and past couple days I've been starting to purge some of my wife's things. It's been a little tough, but for one, I had a couple Rubbermaid containers and then boxes and boxes of her medical supplies. It was all brand new stuff still in the box that I obviously can't use. So I went online and I did some research, and there was a company up in Cleveland that said they would take medical supplies. So I called them, and they're like, oh yeah, sure, bring it on up. I loaded up the bed of my Silverado. I bet you I had half the bed full of boxes of her medical stuff. And I drove that all the way up to Cleveland and delivered it, and they were happy to get it. And that way it'll go to people that can use it, rather than just sit here and expire and be of no good to somebody. Then yesterday, I thought, okay, when you walk in the front door to the house, the coat closet was just crammed full, and probably 2/3 of that stuff was hers. Well, I have no need for it anymore, and her daughter came and looked at it, and she said, I can't use any of that stuff either, so do whatever you want with it. So I had to find a better home for it. Well, I found this place in Strongsville, which is maybe about a 45-minute drive from here, that buys used women's clothing, shoes, accessories, and things. So I pulled all of her boots out of the closet, which a lot of them were like brand new, and some of her coats. I couldn't take everything; it was just too much of a. But I got a pretty good pile. And they said we only accept it if you have it in a plastic laundry basket or a laundry tub. So I ran to Walmart and I got 3 laundry tubs, and I filled those up just out of that closet and didn't even get half of her stuff out of there. And I took those up to this place in Strongsville, and they sorted through it. They gave me $29, and they didn't. And that's just for the stuff that they thought was of value, that they would resell in their store. The rest of the stuff, they said you can either take it with you back home with you, or we can donate it. And I said, you know what? I got no use for it. Donate it. I mean, what would I do? I'd end up taking it to Goodwill or something anyway. So that's exactly what they do. They see that it goes to a good home. So I got a start on it, but that's kind of hard. It's not easy to do, because every time you give away something that was your wife's, it just feels like you're giving away a little piece of her for some reason. I don't know. I mean, I know it's only a piece of clothing, or it's only a pair of shoes, and it has no real consistency or value anymore. And it's not my wife. It's just a memory of her. And I don't need to save 25 pairs of shoes, 6 pairs of boots, 8 coats. I don't need to save that stuff to remember her by. I have plenty of memories up here of her. So yeah, I've been purging that stuff too. Now see, I come out here, and the crows, you probably can't see them. There's 2 up in the tree here, and there's 1 flying over there. They think I'm going to put something out for them, treats. They like their treats. And I'll throw stale bread out or leftover food I put over there. And that's where I put it, right over there. And they they come down and get it like immediately. But crows are very, very intelligent birds. They say they're one of the most intelligent birds. they can actually do facial recognition. Like they know who I am. They recognize me, and they see me out here right now, and they're like, yeah, that's the guy that brings us bread and stuff, so he's cool. If they see me doing something suspicious, they leave. I mean, I don't do anything to hurt them, but you know, if I'm getting a piece of my lawn equipment out or something, and they're like, what the heck's he got in his hand? They're gone, because they're wise to people that shoot them, I guess. If you were to step out here with a gun or a rifle, you wouldn't see them anywhere near, because they're smart enough to know what a gun is. They are very intelligent birds. I don't know what this storm's going to do, but it's getting pretty black over on the horizon there, and it's kind of coming this way very slowly, and I keep hearing thunder and thunder rumbles. So I'm not going anywhere. So yeah, I'm living the retired life. Now, you know, a lot of people that are working, that still have a career, their dream is to retire, to not have to go to work anymore. And that's where I'm at. I would say I'm successfully retired. I don't have to take on a second job. Of course, I have a little bit of earnings from doing these videos, but it's not gonna make me wealthy like some people. I just don't have the subscriber base, and that's fine. It's just a small supplement to my retirement, but it helps me to live somewhat comfortably. I do have to watch my budget. But I'm doing okay. One of the things though that, you know, affects me right now though is being alone, and I have to find stuff to stay busy. Now, they told me before I retired, I've heard it more than once, the worst thing you can do is just stop working and sit around. And it's the most terrible thing you can do to yourself. You won't last very long. You'll pass away and put yourself in an early grave. Why? Because you have no metabolism. You're just sitting around. You're eating, you're drinking, and you're just letting your body rot. And it's not going to work. So I try to stay very occupied. This morning I went out early, and I tilled my garden. Worked around the plants and everything with my little battery operated tiller, and got that all chewed up. My garden's doing really well, and I want to keep it going that way, and I got to keep the weeds down, because the weeds around here just want to take over everything. So I find little things to do every day, but sometimes you run out of things to do, and then I'm going stir crazy. You know, I'm like, good grief, now what am I going to do? I mean, like today I was hoping to take a ride, but it's getting darker and darker, and I know it's going to start pouring down rain here any minute. So it's kind of foolish of me just to take off on the bike and get soaking wet for no reason. So now what am I going to do with the rest of my day? I don't know. I'll probably go in the house and vegetate and sit down in a chair and fall asleep and take a nap or something like that. Worst thing I can do, right? Yeah. Yeah, some more thunder rumbles, and that's right overhead too, so it's coming. So yeah, what can I find to do that's physical? You know, I almost need to get a membership to the gym where I can go and start getting some daily exercise. Either that or taking my daily walks, my 3+ mile power walks, which I haven't been doing because I've been pretty occupied doing other things. Tomorrow, I hope the weather's nicer, because I do have a run to go on with the bike, and it'll be like an all-day run with some friends. So I'm looking forward to doing that, and I just, hey, if it rains, you get wet, but I'd prefer to have nicer weather. I'm sure you would too. I mean, when you ride, you got to accept the fact that you're going to get wet, but it's not something that's really enjoyable. You know what I mean? Well, hey cats, thanks for watching. I appreciate your support. Appreciate your watching my videos, and for giving me that thumbs up, for liking my videos. If you're new to the channel and you haven't yet, please go ahead and subscribe and continue to join us on this ride. Till next time, cats, ride hard and die free.